Okay, so welcome to today's webinar, guys. It's going to be a super fun one. Basically, there is going to be a webinar section like it is right now. We've got our mods here who are going to be helping, and obviously the guys like Emon and whoever else I can kind of see. So the first thing I guess I want to ask is if you can all just drop a Y in Discord to kind of tell me that you can see the screen. And if Emon is can see the screen as well, because I'm going to be looking at Emon's reply. And in today's one, we're not just going to be basically doing a market analysis, but basically I'm going to be like teaching you guys for free consistently for the next 3 months, which is kind of crazy, right? So the next 3 months is exactly what I'm going to be committing to. So ultimately, what we're going to be doing is every single session has some like process that we're going to review the markets or kind of trades. That's what we're going to focus on. Of course, that's going to be the case. However, each one will have its own kind of learning. For example, today we're going to go through Fibonacci's. Yesterday we went through kind of the trade setups, what I'm doing with my million funding, also some potential setups that are coming up for the week, a little bit of an update in terms of the course and obviously the next bootcamp that we've got launched. And then this one in today's one, this is what we're going to be going through. So today what we're going to be going through is the recap of yesterday's market analysis. What's cool is yesterday's market analysis played out really well, played out beautifully today. And I want to show you how, like, I really want to show you how easy trading is, but I also want to stress the difficulties as well. So I'm going to be kind of contradicting myself as well, but the reason I say it's easy is because the process and what you actually have to apply is easy. However, what it takes to become there and the resilience of that is the hardest bit. That is what I'm gonna like. Honestly, it's gonna be like one of the best sections I've ever done when it comes to kind of, I say, mentoring and speaking. The next bit we've got is potential setups. Yesterday, we had a few people asking about crypto, Bitcoin, ES, and NQ. I'll be going to Fibonacci levels, 2 ways to trade it, a whole educational section about that. Our 4 week boot camp, which is launching in June. So you guys obviously really want to get involved in that. Before the 20th of May, we've got a little bit of a promo for that as well. Q&A. Someone asked me about indicators, and then also Jorge in the group asked me about what he does with funded. So I'm going to go through with that. And then today, you guys are going to be able to ask me some questions. I'll go through them, and any ones I don't ask, I'll be adding them on to the Wednesday session at 8:30, which is the same time. So before I begin, I just want to ask, like, if I have your undivided attention and if you are willing just to give me your time today and just really, really commit is all I'm asking for. So if you can just join Discord, just go in the general chat, or even just put your hands up and just say yes. I just really want that interaction. I know, hopefully a lot of traders have multiple screens. It's just to have that why and commit. If you can commit to me today, and that's a commitment that you guys can say yes to and really commit, I will also commit from my point of view is to try and add as much value as I can with you today with your trading. At the end of the day, I want to understand is like, yeah, you guys are listening to me because I've got the credentials, but at the end of the day, it took me 4 years to get to this stage. 4 years in terms of like being profitable, and then it's been 11 years to where I am now, which is what I showed you, obviously yesterday, where we did, 100K with FTMO. There's 40 with there. Then I think my Forex funds was just under 100 or something like that. There was like 40 with my funded FX. Accumulatively, it's just shy of like 400K in terms of payouts, which is life-changing money. And as much as I say life-changing money for numbers that big, at the end of the day, all I really wanted to do was make $2,000. So before we begin, let's basically go into today's video. And like I said, all I want is you guys to commit and just promise me you'll follow through with this and really hear me out. Now, the main things we're going to go through is I'm going to talk about how I made my 5K today, what we're going to go through, which I just covered. The next 3 months is what we're saying, and then a giveaway update as well. Now, this is where I want you guys to pay attention. This is so, 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 so important. If I could just literally please make a commitment, if there's anything in this whole webinar, is if you just please just listen to this section right now. This is the most important thing you ever need to hear when it comes to trading. This is something that I saw when it came to Alex Hormozi explaining anyone in life about how they manage their way to success. There is literally only a handful of people who ever get to this achievement stage. Even right now, you listening or you watching this, Only about 10 to even less than that, maybe even 5% of you are only going to hit that achievement stage. And I'm not trying to doubt you. I'm also not trying to hit on you. I'm not trying to say, hey, you're not going to do it. It's not going to happen. I'm the complete opposite. I'm here to tell you you can do it. However, it's the inability of people, and they all stay in this section of valley of despair. So ultimately, what it is people come into this thing called uniform optimism. Uniform optimism basically means you've come into this new craft, which is trading. I'm going to relate everything to trading today. And you're like, hey, look, trading looks cool. I've seen this guy on Instagram make money. I've seen this guy on YouTube make money. Hey, wait, I've seen this guy, Dan Chung. He just made 100K with FTMO. He got second on a leaderboard and got a 50K with them in terms of payouts. And he's actually got another 100K payouts pending, which I'm building in the near future. He's also done 50K with other firms. Forget him. Kyle has just done 2.5 million in 4 months. 2.5 million in payouts, literally in 4 months. That is insane. That's hit his bank account. So then these people, yourself, myself included, get this optimism saying that, you know what? This trading thing sounds quite fun. I think I should give it a go. I think trading could work for me. I could be this person that could make trading work, change my life, retire my family, do everything I can and do everything I said I would, and become that person I said I would. Essentially, the trader I said I would. So then once you get so excited and so motivated to become this trader, now you're uninformed, all right? And you're optimistic because you're really excited to try everything. You go into this next phase of informed pessimism. This is where 90% of people fall in. This is where people start saying the word scam. This is the people where he can't do that. It's not possible. It's fake. How can you fake an FTMO certificate? You literally scan the QR code, takes you to FTMO. It's actually in the bank account. Like trading, here's the thing. People say trading is a scam. Like, let me just debunk all of that now. This is where people start to accumulate this little side, like this biased view because they can't make it work. And this is what happens. Because someone could not achieve it, they put their limitations on you. Do you understand how crazy that is? Because you couldn't do it, you're putting that limitation on someone else. And someone else is putting that limitation on you. And that's where that informed pessimism comes from. And let me quickly say something. Well, if trading was such a scam, then why do banks do it? Okay, cool. Let me even make it so basic that even if you're so retarded, you can understand. Is have any of you, come on, let's get someone to quickly chime in here. Has anyone been on holiday? Yes or no? Just type yes or no. Has anyone been on holiday? Yes or no? Have you had to exchange currency? Yes or no? Like, have you had to exchange currency? Yes or no? Right? Well, there you go. You've just traded because there's a spread when you trade against in the market. So if I'm going to holiday to America, guess what, Sherlock? I have to buy fucking the American dollar. And that buying of an American dollar, I buy it not at the current rate, right? So if we say I don't buy it at 1.33, let's just say 1.33, right, guys? Right, 1.33. Whatever. 1.33 is there we go. Let's go and have a look. I literally, I will get on £1, I will get $1.3. So the point three is the spread of what they're charging. And to be honest, I won't even get that full rate. You see that? That's where they make their money, which is the craziest bit. So here's the thing. Now, if I had an edge and I knew and I had enough information and I spent enough time and I knew the dollar was going up and down, could I make money in the markets? Yes or no? Yes. So the point of the matter of fact is you've all gone on holiday and exchanged money and you know that money can be made. That's from an over the counter. That's what we call it, over the counter. So it's possible. Right. Here's another thing. Banks literally trade billions and trillions in a day. Trillions. And you're telling me that making $1,000 from trading is difficult or $100,000 is a scam. It's not. It's just because you couldn't make it work. Now, to go on to this, now that we know that it's not a scam, the pessimism comes from people failing because they failed and got stuck on the valley of despair. Now, this section here, from the informed pessimism to the valley of despair, is the hardest thing in life because this is where everyone pretty much stays in. And what does that mean? Well, you understand how trading works. You understand, hey, look, I can take a trade, I can do some buys, I can do some sells. I'm losing money. Like, how do people actually even become consistent? Is it even possible? Then you start to really think like, it's not for me. I can't trade. And rather than sticking with it, you get stuck in this valley of despair. And this is where you crash and burn, and people stay in this area. And then guess what happens then? Hey, guess what? I heard this guy who do drop shipping. He's done quite well on drop shipping. He's made six figures this month. You go back into uniformed optimism. You try something new. You become informed pessimism, and you go to the valley of despair. And this is a cycle that will ruin your life. So that's why I ask you, like right now in this video and this webinar is like, would you be actually willing just to commit, just to say, imagine if you really could focus and see the hope, which is, to be honest, this section of what I'm explaining to you is to become informed optimism. Hey, look, Dan can do it. He's given me all the information. He just gave me a free 1 hour webinar yesterday. He's given me another webinar today for free, everything for free. He's got his whole YouTube channel here for free, right? I've literally just got 1 million funding for free. I showed you a journal step-by-step guide, how I basically got funded, futures, give me 8 minutes to change your life, think capital review, prop firm review, how I actually become the FTMO #2 trader in the whole world with proof. And in this video, I actually talked about one of the, I'm not even going to tell you right now because go and watch the video. There's this tip in this video that took me 11 years to understand. Then I've made $16,000 here, breach phase two. Like my whole journey is here. So I've essentially given you that optimism to understand it can work. And not only that, you need to get the informed bit. That's the bit you need to get. You need to build up enough information. You need to build up enough knowledge and resilience to continue and not give up in the valley of despair. Push yourself from the informed optimism. And then over a period of time, when you are working hardest you have ever worked in your life from the informed optimism, you will achieve your dreams. So, I would like to say that that's probably one of the best sections I've ever done in a long time. And I'd like to basically just ask right now for you guys to make a commitment and say, are you guys willing to commit? I don't mind where you go from this. All I ask from every single one of you is just to drop a Y in Discord and say that that's your commitment to keep trying. Yes, okay, we have courses. Yes, other people have. I don't care about that. Right now, I'm literally just explaining to you how you can do all of these things to become the person you said you would. And right now, these videos are all for free. Like literally for free. For free. Okay. So really, really, really excited about that. It was just mind-boggling. I just had to share that with you guys today. So anyway, let's go on to today's trade. I made another 5K today. Ironically, I think I might have hit stop loss on a GJ trade that I had. What we'll go through, we've already gone through that. So then now let's go into the first section. So let's go through the Sunday recap. Then we'll go through DAX and GU. So the main recap I kind of want to go over is that I've been saying the GBP pairs in terms of dollar is weakening. I see where dollar went today. Dollar hasn't really done much today. It's bank holiday, but I do expect dollar to potentially push lower, if I'm honest. I want dollar to come further down to break lower down to this region here. And one of the most important things that we have to identify is that dollar has been trading within this section here, right here in this box. Within this box, it's had a fake breakout up here and then a fake breakout here. So the question is, where is it going to continue? Is it going to push up onto the upside due to these moving averages, or can we absolutely melt? There's a lot of uncertainty. And that being said, I had, where is it? There we go. On GBP USD, I said I wanted buys, and then I was able to capture buys today. This was on a personal account. And then also there is a swing trade that is potentially happening right now that you could try. And then the most important one today is DAX. DAX, I said, was going to make new all-time highs, and we've literally just tapped that all-time high right there. And it's bank holiday. So bank holiday in the UK is basically giving us that opportunity to really rally. And that's the, experience that you have to kind of put into the markets. As you put this into the markets, you'll start to understand. Because it's a bank holiday and there's no handover or crossover, markets literally just move in a linear direction. And that's exactly what's happened here. Look at this trade. It's absolutely insane. So this trade right here is basically we had, just to explain and give you kind of a breakdown from my point of view on how I trade, is we've got Tokyo low to Tokyo high. So we understand that the Asian session range is right here. We've got continuation onto the upside. We've got retest to retest Tokyo high, which was beautiful. Played golf this morning, and then we're looking to retest and break 1 to 2, and it pretty much just ran and then just take profit and pushed it from there. So here's the trades here. We had an added position which lost, added position there. Then we had GJ, which was on I shorted it, but I closed that quite early. But I was looking at a long in a GJ at the moment for a swing position, because if we go on to here we go. Right now we're on this major zone, and I think that we could fill this whole gap from here. And there's a nice little flash wick that we kind of recently tapped. So that was DAX, GU, and then I'll go on to today's trade analysis in a minute. But in terms of the trade, what we do is right now, especially for my Winner Circle 2.0 members, is you can see the trade. This is the rep. This is the daily report card. We have one win, and then the whole requirement set through from there. For those who want to stay up to date with everything as well, again, free, 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 free. This is the trades GPUSD trade here. This was on a personal account, and this is my journal, which is here publicly available for everyone for free. So now that I've shown you my trades and then essentially how I made that 5K and then obviously 4K from there, that 9K is essentially nearly 50% of someone's salary, which is kind of crazy thinking about it. That's what we make right now from trading. It's kind of insane, really insane. Alhamdulillah. Right. So, what I want to do and what we should do is just go through some market analysis again. So, GBP/AUD is broken this section off. Honestly, right now, GBP/AUD, I'm just wiping off my list. I don't want to give it any energy. I want to see if GBP/USD holds this region here and then pushes. If we can break the 1.34, we can have a great continuation on the upside. GJ is back on my radar. I think that GJ could bounce off of this support zone and then push to test this 193. Again, yesterday I did say that we could test the 200 mark, which looks very, 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 very likely, but we just need to see if this support zone holds. And to be honest, I would really like to see Asian session to kind of recover and then come up to. Right now, we're also on a 61.8 Fibonacci level. But like I said in today's video, I'll go through Fibonacci's in more detail and teach you how to use Fibonacci in today's video as well. That's pretty much it. On the main watch list is GBP/USD, GBP/JPY, and obviously DAX making new highs. These are the three main watch lists that I have at the moment. In terms of what you guys want as next potential setups, I'll go through BTC, which is what you guys are asking for, and then someone asked me for ES and Q. If you do have any questions, put them in the Q&A, and then also you can drop them in the Discord general chat. I'll kind of scroll through everything once I've kind of gone through the webinar today, so we can stay on flow. So we'll go through Bitcoin. So before I go into Bitcoin and crypto, the one thing I want to say is DXY correlation is, I said earlier about how the dollar is moving in, like I'm expecting the dollar to be bearish across the board. So if the dollar is bearish, the same thing happens across the board for BTC. Now BTC is trading against the dollar. And if there is uncertainty in the dollar and money is going into gold, we can expect money to go into potentially Bitcoin as well. So you can see we're trading above these regions. We hold 75 quite nicely. We've pushed up and had this nice little flash push on 22nd. Obviously, the trade was impacted that. And then we've got a previous all-time highs at 110K. So from the higher time frame point of view, we really look like we could retest this. I mean, it's just in this range, right? Like right now, if we just look, it just looks like it could just trade within this whole range. And that's what I really want to identify. When it comes to Bitcoin, I want to trade a little bit slower, but I do have an alt portfolio, which I've kind of really positioned myself in, and I've put that in the Signals group as well. Again, remember, Signals group is for free. If you do want to find out how, you can just ask the mods or open a support ticket and ask in a general chat. ES and NQ. So I'm not going to go through ES, but I will go through NQ. The thing is with these, I do think that we're going to get a spike onto the upside. All indices are going. Obviously, I think that. So, yeah, both of them look good. It looks really good to retest 22K. We just need that momentum and that flash to test up to that 22K, but there's loads of space. Loads of space. I actually remember, I think what's his name? Kyle was actually calling 22K as well. So we'll see. There could be some really long positions here, which could be absolutely like really, really powerful trades. Really powerful trades. But like I say, I look for day trades. So if we know the outer movement, or the higher time frame movement, and the higher time frame is king, I'm just looking for very basically to try and grab the meat in the middle. Okay. Right, moving on. This is what you guys have probably signed up for today, is Fibonacci levels. So Fibonacci levels are basically a mathematical way to calculate retracement and expansion and extension. There was a mathematician a long time ago who basically created these. You can even do it for the weather. It just goes to show how in depth I kind of read it at that point. And there are three types. There is the retracement, there is the expansion, and the extension. I think the expansion and extension are pretty much very much the same. I teach the course retracement. I used to use the expansion one a lot, and we had custom ones. But really and truly, retracement is all you need. And retracement is actually in the Winner Circle 2.0. I don't use it much anymore, but I will probably update that in the 4.0 course because I'm going to be doing BRE update in Winner Circle Program 4.0, which will be later this year, probably about November or whatever it may be. So right now I want to talk about how I use it and the template to see how I use it. You can just get that within the course for those who are asking. So first and foremost is all I want to show you is the Fibonacci retracement is these are the key levels that I have. So with these key levels, there is a bit of a set rule. Okay. Now these set rules are pretty much simple. I'm going to go through just two of them. Well, I'll go through majority of them, but I want to just focus on two because we're limited and short on time. And the main two I want to focus on is 61.8 and 38.2. Now, there are rules for 23, 50, 88, and 1, but today we're going to focus on 61 and 38.2. And the reason I say 38.2 and 61.8 is because if we have come to 61.8, then I'd say pretty much 10 out of 10, 9 times out of 10, but to me it's 10 out of 10 because I'm willing to take the trade, is that price can retrace back up and retest the previous high. If we retrace and hold to 38.2, the rule is we are going to retest the high and make a new high. Now, this doesn't always happen. I mean, it could be like a 50% win rate, it could be whatever. It's just a speculation as such to speak. And that's what trading is all about. And we're going to talk about like what I think about indicators a little bit later anyway. So what we can do and how to draw them is you want to draw them from a low to a high. And here's a great example right now. 38.2 pushed, look at this, then ends up making a new high. Here we go, 23.6 makes a new high. So that's one example. Let's do here, there should be an example here. So low to the high. Again, 23.6, 38.2 are these levels. You can see like even, here's the craziest thing, guys. Look at this. Look at these whole levels. You can see price reacting to all of these levels. Sooner or later, they will always respect these levels. Fibonacci levels are just your support and resistance is the easiest way to understand it. 23.6, new all-time high made. Right, let's try and find some 68.1s. This one should be quite good. I wonder what this is. Okay, cool, perfect. 61.8. 61.8 held, 1, 2, 3. It's not for you guys. There we go. There's 1 to 5 R made on that trade right there. Just trading Fibonacci's alone. So you can even just say the second one because the first one was the confirmation. Then the second one you have a pending. You could even widen that if you wanted to and make 5.3. You risk $100, you make $532. You risk $1,000, you make $5,320. So let's just quickly go back onto something because I'm thinking about something right now. You guys, whoever is new to Fibonacci, you are now having the uninformed optimism with partial informed because I'm teaching you. But the thing is, you can see how you can make money. But then it's down to you to break past the informed pessimism and value of despair once you carry on using Fibonacci's and making it work for you. Because here, this right here, this screenshot right here proves that it works. That it works. I'm just gonna put that in my journal as well. Okay. So that pretty much sums up a very, very quick little course on Fibonacci's. I've shown you pretty much on how to use those. I mean, we can do some more examples in a second, but pretty much how I use them in terms of the 61.8. Then not only the 61.8, you've also got the 38.2. And then if you want the template to go through all the other ones that are on the course. But one little tip that I want to give you guys is just focus on one. Don't try and trade all of them. Just focus on one and then see which one it is that you're looking for. Okay? And it works for both ways. It absolutely works for both ways. So, moving on to the next section of that is to talk about the bootcamp. All right. So normally when I do a boot camp, it's kind of insane. So hopefully you guys are enjoying what I'm teaching and you kind of want to keep learning with me. Remember, there is no pressure to join. It's just to make people aware for those who do want to join and do follow me as well. Because in June, the whole of June, I'll be live trading. Not only live trading, we've got the new course which we're releasing as well. And this is a very, very different type of a boot camp because we want to do it on a larger scale. Normally, when I do a boot camp, it's about $3,000 to $5,000 or even further up for 1 week density of just myself, pretty much for like 4 or 5 hours, 8 hours on Saturday and Sunday for both 2 weeks. And then every day I'm teaching you something new. It's really condensed and it's not just about trading, it's about life as well. And the prime example is I just talk about things like this, which really can change your perspective of everything, and that can make you more money than you can ever think of. So we're actually starting to take signups now, and we're only taking signups for the people who are joining on the webinars. Reason being is because number one, you're actually here listening to me. Number two is you're actually taking this shit a lot more seriously. And number three is that you can actually start to see my learning style, and that if you want to be a part of us, you can. Your opportunity is here with you right now. So in about from the 20th of May, we'll start onboarding properly. So anyone who's signed up at the moment, just wait. Even for all my APM members, so Winner Circle 2.0 members, you guys who have paid for the upgrade from the 20th of May is when we'll start onboarding you and start prepping you for June. So what does it include? And it's a boot camp. It's a 4 week boot camp, just remember. You will get the Winner Circle 2.0 if you get it before the 20th of May. If not, then you will have to just pay for the upgrade fee for that for Winner Circle Program 2.0 because that is pretty much my pattern A strategy. That's what we teach right now. That is literally the 3 steps to profitability. Our strategy, pattern A, BRE, Holy Grail, static and dynamic risk, and then your to-do list, journaling, reps, and community. This is all included in WCP 2.0. You will get that. Now, after the 20th, you will have to pay the upgrade. That's just how it is. Because right now, obviously, we want you studying from now till then. You will have 4 weeks live trading with me, which is, like I said, in the boot camp, it's like 5K or whatever it is. You will have 2 interactive worksheets. So the worksheets are basically your journaling, what you've learned of the journal. I found my 2016 journal. I've actually got my 2014 journal. I think I've got one when I just kind of started looking at it. And I've got some other old journals, which I'll go through as well. You've also got the community chat. We're also doing some meetups before I leave the UK completely. We've got free resources and over 100K worth of discounts. And more importantly, there's pretty much 0% risk. Why is it zero risk? Well, it's zero risk because ultimately there is a money back guarantee. I've never done, ever done money back guarantee before. But one of the reasons why, quote unquote, I'm doing money back guarantee right now is because I generally believe that. The value that we're getting for 4 weeks is if you don't walk away with anything, you deserve a refund. It's as simple as that. So you deserve a refund from that. So pretty much there is a zero risk. All you'd really required is basically to figure out that 1 hour a day to watch my morning routine, my morning trading sessions when I'm breaking down how I'm breaking down trades like I am today. But the difference is you get the preview of that as well. So like for example, when I took the DAX trade this morning, I'll pretty much just explain that trade quickly or when I'm opening it. But at the moment I set and forget, so I'm not going to watch the trade, and I don't want to change that when I'm trading just because we have 100 people watching us. So essentially all I want to do is set my trades, and then at the end of the day, I'll be doing the sessions like I am right now with you. How much does it cost? It's only $399. That's right, $399, and it's one off. And the reason I made it like this is because I'm in a really good position on my life right now, and I want to start building more the community. And I haven't actually built up the community, and I do owe it, if I'm honest. The people who've had me in the boot camp have had me dense, like who've had me really interact with you. But if you've been in a course beforehand, I've never done something like where you're just sitting with me, even right now, right? Like for 30 minutes, it's just being in my presence and a positive environment and a positive community and being led by someone who's done it. It ultimately changes your prospects, your perception of absolutely everything. And in this new course, you've got things like the welcome video, my whole indicator setup, the Discord walkthrough, tools you need, pro market analysis tips, when to trade, when not to trade, getting out of drawdown. Like I said, I've only been one of the guys that are out there that has been able to get out of drawdown 4 times from 9.91 even to like 9.71. It's quite easy because I had this skill from personal account. Journaling. Pretty much going through every single one of my journals, how I would journal again, risks of psychology and how to level up. I will be doing, I've got 10 market analysis videos for you guys to watch back to back to see how I call the market and how the market either follows my analysis correctly or if it doesn't, and how I adjust. This is showing you in hand. Now, every course before this, I've basically explained how to trade, how to suck eggs. This one, I'm showing you in real time. I just generally believe that the best way is to feel it, to show you. And there are some things, sometimes you do things and it's just unexplainable. Now, I'm getting better at as a mentor, but I also hire a lot. I have a golf coach. I try and invest in much as Tony Robbins as possible. I don't have any other mentors that I can have like that because I just do so much and the scope is so big. But that's pretty much the case. And then I'll also record all the live trades before and after, so you'll have all of those after that. And then there is some bonuses as well. So if you are interested in joining those, we will be dropping the link here on the general chat, and then we will delete it after. Oh, there we go. The mods are already sending it in for you guys at the moment, so you guys can go and sign up right now. Literally, they're only going to be around. I haven't limited it yet, but I'm thinking over 100 slots. But I think 100 slots won't work because 100 slots pretty much sell out every time. So I might just push it up to 200 or so. So if you're willing to commit 100 an hour a day, $400, which pretty much is at zero risk after 30 days money back guarantee, and you want to just learn and kind of like I said, just get out of this valley of despair, then right now is the time to sign up. And the final thing I just have to say is for those who can't really, I mean, look, you can still do everything for free, but if you, there's a difference between being cheap and not having money. And if you don't have money, then that's fine. I've got all the free stuff. But for those who do have this, just remember there is trillions being traded in the market and on every day. There is billions made by the banks, millions from individuals and retail traders like myself and Kyle. And all we're asking is 399. And not only is it 399, it's 0% risk because you can have money back guarantee. All right. So enough about that. You guys, if for those who are interested, that's there. Now, next up is Q&A. So right now you can ask Q&As on the Zoom call, but the first thing I want to go through is the indicators. So what are my thoughts on indicators? Now, the simple matter of fact is indicators are just based on statistics. Indicators are based on historical data, and indicators are things that you kind of just look at on how trading works. It helps you just understand the markets. Indicators are a tool. Now, a combination of these can improve your edge and help you with your trading, but that's pretty much it. They don't change anything. They just help you see what you are trying to look for. I am looking for a continuation. That's all I'm looking for. So with that continuation, I have these indicators to tell me the overall trend direction, and then the trend is my friend. I'm looking to trade with that. It is as simple as that. Don't rely on them. Don't think indicators are everything. That's all you need. Next up is Jorge asked me, I passed a funded account. What should I do next? Should I start copy trading? Whatever it is that I do. Now, if this is your first funded account, I'd say trade it and just get like $100 or a couple of $100 payout. That's it. Secure it and that's it. If you're trying to accumulate funding, what I would suggest is just go on to your next challenge. That's exactly what I did. I just did all of my challenges one after the other just to get to 1 million funded. Then just trade them and then rotate the payouts. And then I know I've always got an account to make money essentially. But if you're first time ever, secure a small amount and then just go trade and rotate to another account. Because as you rotate accounts, you've got pretty much all the leverage in the world. Because if I just draw it out here, is that can I draw? Is there a draw button? I'll have to figure this out later. This is no, it won't. Is that okay? I'll just do this. So once this one here is the funded account one, as you trade this one, no matter if you can trade this into a 1% profit, you just park it. Once you trade that into 1%, you can trade this for the rest of the month, and then whatever this account is, let's just say that account is in drawdown. You move on to the next month, you now have a fresh account. Or you've got your payout and you've restarted the account, you now still have two accounts to trade. Say you trade this account again, it goes into 1% profit. You can then just trade this account for the rest of the month and bring that back potentially in into break even or even into profit again. Now you have both of these waiting for payouts on the next month. You can now trade this. This is how I rotated 600K and honestly made a lot of money from it. That 600K was more than enough, and I had no real stress from doing that. So, hope you guys, I'll go through your Q&As in a second and your questions on Discord, but I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I really, really hope, you guys are enjoying the webinars. These webinars are still going to be for free for Monday and Wednesday for the next 3 months, Sundays as well for some sessions. Next on Wednesday session, we're going to talk about Forex versus gold. I'm going to do a review on prop firms and then anything else that I'm going to kind of read right now. So let's have a look at your Q&As first. Can you explain the difference between 38.2 and 61.8 again? So for this, you can I will send the recording so you can watch that. But long story short is 61.8 is to retest the high. The 0 point and 38.2 is basically to make new all-time highs. How can I access something like your journals? My journal is public. It is on Discord completely for free. So you can literally just go on to, well, that's the giveaways. You can go on here. You want to be Champ FX Journals, and you can click on Dan Chung channel right there, which is what I've gone through, which I've just answered. What else is there? So I've answered that one as well. I only looked quickly when you mentioned it, but I couldn't find a link to your Discord on your Instagram. So if you look at the webinar chat, I've put the Discord link right there, so you can check that out right there as well. What techniques can we use to confirm that Fibonacci will hold up? That's a really good question. What I would suggest is that you pretty much put a support line and see if there is a confirmation. If there is a confirmation on that trade, and then that's when you can see that that line has been confirmed. Yes, the webinar is recorded. Don't forget, we've also got our TradeZilla code as well at WChampFX, which is 20% off. So thank you, Tai Lung, because I'm pretty much just showing this journal all the time. That's what I use. If you do want it, it's code WChampFX, and the link is in Discord. What I'll do is I'll send it. Do you know what? Thanks to Tai, I will send you a link right now. Let me go on to here as well. So there's probably some questions here. And that's pretty much it. So we'll send that from there. So hope you guys. Okay, here we go. Let me send the TradeZilla link in here for you guys. Here's that. And then do you know what? Here's the 3-week 399 link right now. So you've got till the 20th of May to do that. But like I said, it'll probably be 100 to 200 people's spots that will allow. For the ones who are Winner Circle 2.0 members, is only the upgrade is only 149. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's webinar. It's pretty fun. I'm really enjoying the structure like this. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys enjoying the structures like this as a flowchart? It'd be really cool to hear. Emon will go through some stuff in a minute. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think of this. And then the overall webinars, just write that on Discord. It'd be great to hear your feedback. For those who do join the course, we'll see you inside in the family. As for that, I'll see you guys on Wednesday to make some more money. Peace out, guys.